Do people age quicker when they live age appropriate? Do people age, like get old, age quicker by living age appropriate? Meaning, you know, they say, well, you need to be married at a certain age, you have to have children at a certain age, you have to have a certain education at a certain age, and then I actually decided to take a part-time job at a local supermarket, mainly because I wanted to do a study on this, and that way I see a lot of people coming through, not just people in my audience or in my lectures or my workshops, but I work there like 1 day a week or 2 days a week, and I wanted to do it as a study, and as a study to see the age groups that came through, and it's really been amazing over the last, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months, because I see all ages, all types, and that's what really enticed me to do this video, because we in this country tend to live very age appropriate. Meaning, if you're 60 years old, here's a good example. I'll be working and they'll say, oh, well, it's now you're retired. It's nice that you're working part-time. That's bullshit. I'm not working because I'm retired. I'm never going to retire. But they assume that because they look at me and they assume I'm a certain age, and they assume because I'm a certain age, I need to be at a certain place and time in that age group. Okay? So here's my mindset, and I write about this in my book. I totally believe that if you live age appropriate, you age quicker. You get older quicker. And you get older quicker by mentally, in your mind, deciding, well, I'm 60 or I'm 70 or I'm 50 or 40, and this is how I need to act. This is how I need to be. And it all really starts when we are little kids and we get to the point where we're like, in our teens, and we start acting like a child. Well, don't act like a kid anymore. You're not a kid anymore. Act like an adult, And it's all bullshit, okay? Because that mindset is setting us to age quicker. Because another good example, I would go to the doctor and they do the whole thing. There's the garbage truck coming through the front of my window. Just ignore the background of the garbage truck because, I am not going to edit it out. It's going to the next house. I'm just going to have fun doing this video. I don't care because, I'm, like I said earlier in a lot of my videos, I'm not about editing all this stuff and making it pure and clear. It's about being real in content. So, where the heck was I? Age appropriate. So, I really believe that if you live age appropriate, you get older quicker. Oh, no, the doctors. You were at the doctor. So, go to the doctor's office, and what they do is they prescribe to you whatever medications, whatever thing that is out there that, well, if you're this age, you should be doing this, and you have coronary heart disease, or you should have this, and you should have that, and this is where you should be living, and or your heart rate should be this, and then when I go there, and I'm not 60 pounds obese like most Americans are, and I'm in shape and I'm in the gym, they go, wow, you got a heartbeat of a 40-year-old. How do you do that? I said, well, because I don't live age appropriate. I won't decide, I will not decide in my mind that this is my age. I want to remain youthful and young and vibrant. I want to live another 20 years, okay? So in order for me and you to benefit from this video, is I want you to just get out there and do what you want to do, and don't let your age block you from that, and don't let that mental wall that our society says, well, because you're this age, you can't do this and you can't do that. But let's back up for a second. If there's a certain reason you couldn't do something, okay, think about that. If it's a physical thing, if it's something that you really need to get off your butt and get in the gym and get in shape so you can do certain things, that's on you, okay? So, I mean, I go and I work out in the gym at least 5 days a week, and I also do the stairs. What I do is I don't I'm not in the gym with the rest of the gym rats when I do my cardio. I go to the parking lot that has 6 levels of staircase, and I go up and down the staircases 25 times. When I'm done, I'm literally soaking wet, and I probably lose 1 pound or 2 pounds of water by doing that. That's working out. It's not working out by being on a little stair stepper in the gym going, oh, I think I'm working out. That's just bull. So, I mean, if you really want to keep yourself youthful and keep your mind youthful, you got to work out hard. You got to burn. You got to push yourself to that point where, not exhaustion, but you're I can't do that. I'm done. I can't. I get to the point where I'm going up and down the stairs, and that last slab is oh my god, I'm exhausted. But that exhaustion is good for your body. It just cleanses your body. It takes out all the impurities. It gets rid of all the junk. And I go through like a half a gallon of water drinking while I'm doing this. And so, because I'm determined not to live age appropriate. I don't want to go, and be in that category. I refuse to be in that category. So I totally believe that if you live age appropriate and you decide you need to do all these things at a certain time in a certain space in a certain place in your life, that you age quicker. You will just age quicker. And so how to avoid that is 2 things. One is physical exercise. No matter how hard it is, get in there and dig in and get it done. The other one is mental exercise, okay? Do something excuse me, do something with your brain that's gonna stretch your brain. Okay, take a part-time job handling money, or take or do puzzles, or do something or learn another real good one is learn another language. Okay, try to learn another language. Learn Spanish if you don't know Spanish, or learn Italian. But do something to keep your mind going fresh. New material, and that will help your brain not stay in the same place. Okay, so physical and mental are the 2 most important things. And just don't live age appropriate. I had a student of mine. This is about. She's doing really well right now. She's a realtor. I'm not going to mention her and her name, and I'll bring her out in the video because she might not be happy about that. But she was one of my private students when I was getting started as a motivational speaker, and I would take on private clients now and then. And I remember we were across the street from my office in the park, and she was all tight and she was stressed out, and she was like, man, I don't know what to do with my life. I'm trying to get through college, and I can't get focused. And I looked at her and I said, what would you do if you were, right now, if you're in the park and you see the trees and you see all the environment, what would you do if you were 10 years old or 9 years old? And she says, I'd climb a tree. I say, well then, climb a tree. She looked at me like I was nuts. And she says, really? I said, yeah, climb a tree. She goes, but I'm like 20 years old. And I go, I don't want you to live age appropriate. And when you get this stuck in your brain, that's where you're going to remain, okay? I want you to climb a tree. So she did. We're in the park, here I got this, this lady or girl or whatever, she's climbing up this tree, and she's going up the branches, and she's holding her arms out and doing the whole 9 yards. She's having a blast. People walking by and going, these people are nuts. But we're not nuts, because after she did that, she totally broke her state in believing that whole concept. Like, I'm stuck. You're not stuck, So you can do that. Anybody can do that. So if you're stuck in that state, where you think you're living age appropriate, or you're just stuck. Oh, I'm getting older. I see the years go by, and oh my God, what am I going to do? Just completely change your state. I need to get a real quick drink of coffee here. Hey. So this is really what Common Point's all about. It's completely breaking your state and going in a different direction, a better direction with your life, okay? So no matter what it is. So if you're let's say you're out playing golf and you're 60 years old, or even if you're 50 or 40, I don't care, 40 years old, and you're out playing golf and you feel old and you're hanging around a bunch of people that are just talking about old things and talking about the past. And, well, when I was young, when I was in high school, God, just do something totally nuts. Say, I'll be right back. And just run down the green and, start throwing balls up in the air, whatever you want. Or throw your clubs up in the air. Just do something crazy. And they look at you like you're nuts. And you can say, no, I'm not nuts because John told me to do this. Because I'm breaking my state. I refuse to hang out with you guys if we're going to talk about, the old times. You don't want to do that. It's fine to do now and then, go down memory lane. We all do that. But that's another reason why we become age appropriate. We live in the past. We constantly live in the past. I remember in my college days and my high school days, and we did this, we did that. Oh, those are the great years. But what about now? Now is the great years for you. Now is the great time for you. You can't go back and relive those years. You can't go back and change those years. You can't get those years back. I'm not saying this to depress you. I'm saying this to motivate you. Okay? So I want you to look forward. Okay? I want you to have that breakthrough. I want you to have that clarity, that certainty, and see that progress by understanding, like, I am going to live my life. I'm going to have a friggin' blast. I'm going to have a good time. And I feel like that girl climbing a tree, I'm going to climb a damn tree. Okay? If I feel like when I'm playing golf, I'm going to throw golf balls up in the air, I'm going to do it. If I feel like I'm driving down the road, and we used to do this when we were kids. And here I'm going down the path. But just as an example, driving down the road, and you pull into a hotel, and you all jump out of the car, and you jump into the swimming pool. Then you jump back in the car, and you haul butt. Just live. Have fun. Just live. Enjoy your life. Don't live age appropriate. It will age you so fast. Years will go by and you go, what the hell did I do with my life? But if you are older, don't continue doing that. Just stop. Just have fun, It's like me now doing the video. I'm having fun doing this video because I enjoy doing it. And yeah, I can look out my studio window and I can see the squirrels and I can see the palm trees and I can see the garbage truck go by. I'm not sitting here, oh God, I got a perfect video and it's going to be all edited and just clean and squeaky and oh, I got to have a big giant microphone in front of me to make it look important. It's all bullshit. Give me a break. You see these YouTubers, like, who do you think you are? Dude, really? Get over yourself. It doesn't make you more important if you have a microphone in front of you, I'm using a cell phone, I'm eventually going to buy a camera, but the camera I want is $5,000, and so I'm kind of holding off. So we're good. Anyway, I kind of got off on a sidetrack here. Okay, so here we are. I want you to try real hard not to live age appropriate, okay? And don't let age appropriate people around you or statements to you bother you. Like I said earlier, I'm working in the store, and oh, yeah, you must have nothing else to do, and you're older, and yeah, it's nice that you got a part-time job. Go screw yourself. That's really not. you know, I feel sorry for those kind of people. I really do. They're so stuck in their own little world, and in their I'm this age, and I'm gonna comb my hair. What's left of it? I'm gonna have the comb over. It's like, really, shave your friggin' head. You just deal with it, and we'll move on. And I'm all over the map for this video, but I don't care. I'm having fun. So back up to finish this video. Do not live age appropriate. That's what John says. That's me. Okay.